Did you have a good childhood? Do you consider yourself to be a good person? Do you enjoy rushing Dagon after brown boots? Then this guide is not for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Absolution, here to talk to you about a bug in Dota 2. The bug we all know and hate, Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin is an agility hero with 4 powerful active abilities. In this guide we will primarily be focusing on Nyx Assassin as an offlane hero, but the hero is also quite capable of being a support or mid laner. Nyx Assassin's first ability is Impale. Impale casts spikes traveling in a line that deal damage and stun. Nyx Assassin's second ability is Mana Burn. Mana Burn deals damage and burns the mana on an enemy hero based off their intelligence. Something to note about Mana Burn is that it will not deal damage if the enemy target has no mana left. Nyx Assassin's third ability is Spiked Carapace. Spiked Carapace is a buff that lasts for a short duration, which reflects the damage distance from enemy heroes and summons once per enemy. Upon reflecting damage, enemies will also be stunned. Nyx Assassin's ultimate ability is Vendetta, an ability that turns him invisible and increases his movement speed. While invisible under Vendetta, Nyx Assassin's next attack will do increased physical damage. Something to note is that Spiked Carapace can be cast without removing the Vendetta buff. Nyx Assassin's Aghanim Scepter grants him an ability called Burrow. Using Burrow takes the Nyx Assassin underground and increases the range on Mana Burn and Impale, reduces Impale's cooldown, and makes Spiked Carapace stun nearby enemy targets. While burrowed, Nyx Assassin takes reduced damage and has increased health and mana regen. The skill build showed on screen is the most standard skill build on professional Nyx Assassin players. You can find the skill build in picture format in the description. Choosing talents on Nyx Assassin is dependent on your game. You can either choose between survivability or utility. When it comes to Nyx Assassin, there are basically 2 types of item builds. The first build is very focused on team fighting and counter initiation. The second build is heavily focused on initiation and utility. The team fighting build is very strong for constantly stunning your enemies and draining their mana from a great distance. It can be very hard for your enemies to kill you if you're in a good position. Remember that Impale has an increased range during Burrow, which can be used as a great initiation for unsuspecting enemies. The initiation build is very strong at starting fights, by blinking in and stunning an enemy and quickly running away to recharge your abilities. Notice that Yul's Scepter can be a great setup to land your Impale. Nyx Assassin's laning phase is not always easy, however the hero can be quite potent at keeping enemies away from him. You should start the laning phase with a lot of regen items and not be too afraid of taking a few hits, as Nyx Assassin has a good base health regen. If you're finding it hard to find golden experience in the lane, you can look towards buying a Poleman's Shield and a Quelling Blade, and head towards the jungle, while you wait for the creeps to come closer to your tower. When you hit level 6 and level up your ultimate, you should look towards ganking one of the other lanes. I recommend going back to regenerate full health and mana. Vendetta can be cast while teleporting, which can be a great idea if you're standing in your fountain. Look towards finding kills with your ultimate every time your ultimate is off cooldown. Most of the time you will need teammates nearby to help you secure the kill. When your ultimate is on cooldown, you should look towards finding some farm on the map or taking an objective with your team. Be careful about enemies grouping up as they might put down sentry wards. After the laning phase, your main objective is to participate in team fights or finding pickoffs on the enemy team. In most of the fights you want to position yourself far back, looking for a chance to land your Impale. Good luck playing Nyx Assassin. Make sure to subscribe for more quick guides for Dota 2.